physically tearing away her bonds, as if she has to remove chunks of flesh in order to do so. The violent terror isn't as subtle as some of the other sisters, but it's still remarkably effective.
Do you know what kind of famine the sisters died from? This famine is the powerlessness of the soul. Suffering from hunger comes when it's easy to live, but you're sick of living. Hunger is when you don't even have the strength to want for something.
That's imprisonment without even a consideration for freedom. Like a mental patient, no room for anything but the maddening hunger. This is all even more horrendously bleak than normal, so let's say bye to Una for now. Anyway, this all comes across with a new possibility that the sisters are just acting out parts, because they have no ability to want for anything. Some of them have barely enough sense to turn us away, but in the end, there's no eventual goal. Everything is futile. Well, that's one possibility anyway. Yeah, I'm going to be patriarch there, even though he probably is deserving of something.
They told me everything. I'm waiting for you.
Oh, she may have said that before, but it does indicate that the sisters do talk to each other. Olay is waiting for me. She's been told about me. I hope she heard something good. Ah, there are some sprigs. Excellent. Oh, of course. Ah well, it won't have any more side effects. We're going to have a party around Yanni's house when this is done. Her chamber is actually called Yanni's house, so she may end up being the most normal out of all of them. A quaint little detached number with a duck pond out back. Yeah, sure.
Don't fear death. There is no death in the void.
Ah, there's something new. I was expecting them to appear many updates ago, but somehow they didn't. Let's get it!
These are color drops. Look, they're playing with you. Watch them pulsate, becoming larger and smaller. When you catch them, wait until they are big. But remember, if you wait too long, they will disappear.
So here are the droplets, just errant spots of colour appearing up from who knows where. They disappear and reappear in other areas. They have a bit of a life of their own. Generally you'll find that if you try and run up to them, they will disappear almost as soon as you get there. They love to toy, but somehow I got that one straight away. Usually you'll just have to wait around where you know they'll appear, so I often won't bother with them. I've got nothing on the other sources of colour. And as for waiting until they get larger, I haven't noticed much difference, so you can if you want, but if you wait, they'll probably just disappear on you. And fireflies are always more fun anyway. I'm just having a search for some veins here. They're often in between the fingers, quite hard to spot, very small. And sometimes they're on the far wall. Hey! Oddly enough, they're harder to spot here, at least in my experience. They end up deforming the entire wall and you can barely tell one from the other. Oops, thought I didn't have enough. Nicely done. Long distance javelin. I was going to back up straight into the portal, but I missed. There we go. The Void hates it when you try and do anything with style. I've been pretty lucky getting to these chambers in time so far. And after a certain point, luck is the root and source of everything. That's why I'm doing long stretches without saving and not reloading autosaves. I happily hold the hand of the god of chance. Yanni, she looks so small in her house to herself. She looks to be about the same age as Ole. They probably have a lot in common. But of course, no one has directed me to her since she already has a brother. They could be quite similar. They could end up being completely opposite. But either way, I feel that I should visit Yanni first, before I work out what I'm supposed to do when looking after Ole. What to do and what not to do. Or maybe it'll put me off the whole idea. I know some would prefer that outcome. Oh, Yanni, I really like your fort. I hope it offers some solace from whatever traumas plague your house. I'll do what I can to help you out, but your plight runs deeper than any I've seen before. I don't think color will be quite enough. How can this little girl be amongst so much decay? This is far closer to the real world than we've seen so far, but it's a nightmarish abstraction. All of the horrors of life crammed into one place. keep forgetting the game doesn't respond to dots. It needs to be a brushstroke. Necklace instead.